Welcome to Top 10 Music. Fall Out Boy is a musical rarity in our generation's sound catalog. They're one of the few musical acts whose careers have not only spanned 2 decades, but whose efforts have placed them repeatedly in the mainstream spotlight. Today, we're giving you 10 things you didn't know about Fall Out Boy. You ready? Here we go. Number 10. Success rarely comes in the first attempt. Before Fall Out Boy, Pete Wentz and Andy Hurley played together in the band Race Trader, where Hurley was a regular member and Wentz was a fill-in. Of his past experiences, Patrick Stump said, "I properly played in PDI, Grinding Process, and Patterson before Fall Out Boy." Joe Troman was in the band Arma Angelus with Pete Wentz, where Troman was the bassist and Wentz was the vocalist. Number 9. Pete Wentz, the band's primary lyricist, has bipolar disorder. In 2005, he attempted suicide. He cites Jeff Buckley's version of Hallelujah as the song that saved his life. Number 8. When asked what his worst show experience was, Joe Troman shared this. "We started the show with Pete, Andy, and me underneath the riser. The deal was that we'd get shot out onto the stage from these big toasters. They were literally that. They'd shoot you out like a piece of toast. We were into the big entrance thing. The only problem was the weather was bad all day, and as we were in the toasters about to get shot out, the power died. The toasters got us out about halfway, so using our upper body strength, we had to pull ourselves out of this hole. The power was back up by now, but it didn't matter. We made the slowest, most anticlimactic entrance of all time." Number 7. In an interview with MTV, Pete Wentz described the first touring vehicle like this. "It was a tiny V6 that was running on 3 cylinders and was not getting enough air, so it would drive really slowly. We had to turn on the hot air to reach the speed limit, so we had the heat on all the time in 120-degree weather. It was so hot it melted the plastic molding around the windows. When it rained, we'd get all wet." Number 6. On August 9th, 2011, while performing a concert in Chicago, Taylor Swift covered Sugar We're Going Down. Her cover made its rounds on the internet, receiving online coverage from alternative press. 2 years later, Patrick Stump would join her on stage in New Jersey to perform My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark. Number 5. Fall Out Boy is not a tall band. Pete and Andy are both 5'6", Joe is the tallest at 5'10", and Patrick is the shortest at 5'4". Number 4. Andy Hurley has been straight edge and vegan since he was 16. The straight edge movement is a counterculture movement within punk, protesting the use of mind-altering substances like drugs, tobacco, and alcohol. Number 3. The band refuses to do a greatest hits tour. Patrick Stump told Rolling Stone, "I can't see how a band sits around and says, 'You know what would mean a lot to me? Playing an entire album we put out 10 years ago, front to back. That's the most honest thing we can do, and it's not motivated by money. I will straight up say that I will never tour if we aren't writing new music.'" Number 2. Pete Wentz was originally the lead singer of Fall Out Boy, and Patrick initially auditioned to be their drummer. Although Pete Wentz wasn't singing, he still took the role of the frontman in photo shoots, press conferences, and on stage with his banter. Before his Soul Punk tour, Patrick was a pretty subdued frontman. "I'm horribly uncomfortable with being the frontman," Stump told Rolling Stone. "With Pete, I get to be the anti-frontman. There's not attention on me. I just get to sing. Pete loves photo shoots, and I hate them. Of all the things I have to be self-conscious about, my looks are top of the heap." Post-hiatus, Patrick has taken on a much more prominent role as a frontman. Number 1. The music and melody for their breakthrough hit, Sugar We're Going Down, was written by Patrick Stump in about 10 minutes. He had a strong feeling that the song was special and was going to take them places. After recording his vocals for the track in the studio, he turned to Andy Hurley and said, "Yeah, I just got your kid's college tuition paid for." Interesting side note, Andy Hurley is presently the only member of Fall Out Boy who doesn't have kids. There you have it. Top 10 things you didn't know about Fall Out Boy. Anything you already knew? What's your favorite Fall Out Boy fact? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for future lists. Oh, and you might want to check out our Top 10 Fall Out Boy songs video. You can listen to all of the songs from the list by clicking here and subscribe to our awesome channel by clicking here. Thanks for watching.